Shall we talk a little bit about obsession and aggression and how we can support each other? Shall we continue?
Yes, Auntie.
So yesterday we were talking about how we need to, how we can handle the situation in the present moment, in the now, and how we cannot handle the situation that was past or that is going to come. We are worried about what is going to come, that is not going to help. And what was past, we can not really go back and work with it now. In the sense, we cannot handle it now. However, there are ways in which we can prepare ourselves for the future and also work with this past experience in a kind manner. When we say angrily, அந்த மாதிரி நீ பேசுவ எப்பொழுதும், அந்த மாதிரி நீ எப்பொழுதும் பண்ணுவ. No relationship thrives that kind of talk. We say that to our loved ones, na? நீ எப்போதும் இப்படிதான்ப்பா பண்ணுவ, எப்பொழுதும் இப்படிதான் நீ பண்ணுவ. In anger, when we say, I'm not able to speak with anger now, but when we say that with anger, it becomes a breaking point for any communication to happen. So is it with our children. So if we tell them, நீ எப்பவும் இப்படிதான் பண்ணுவ, or நீ அன்னைக்கு அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணினேல, so that really harms our communication link with the children. So what am I asking you to do? I'm asking you, inviting you to breathe, to calm yourself down, and to be in a position to help the child to overcome whatever might have happened in the now. I'm asking you to help the child overcome this. Even if you and I have forgotten, many of our children have super memories. They remember a lot of things from many years past. So with this kind of super memories, doesn't it, when something bothers them, it takes them a very long time for it to be healed, for it to be changed. So the obsessive nature of thinking the same thoughts combined with super memory really harms our children. So how do we help heal both these aspects? The super memory, you cannot erase it, right? You cannot erase it. But the obsessive nature of it and some things that keep going on and on, that can be helped. How can it be helped? By a non-judgmental nature. When does non-judgment arise in ourselves? Only when love prevails. Whatever the children do, the non-judgment is a slightly different energy than unconditional love. Non-judgment is when the child is doing something repeatedly and is unable to forget it. And so they go back to the same things again and again. That is something that can be helped only by a higher energy person, which means we have to remain calm. We have to do this for ourselves, because if we don't do this for ourselves, we are going to be caught up with the child's negative patterns. Somebody has to break the pattern. So let it be us. I really appreciate all of you listening in. It is happening with me these days. There are some decisions I make for myself, my personal growth. But then what happens is in the day, I forget I've made this decision and I go back to my negative patterns. For example, I don't particularly enjoy interacting with my mother in law. She's 90 years old, but she lives in the same house. But I don't particularly enjoy that. But I tell myself, I have to be kind to myself because I don't want to carry that resentment and anger within me. And so, when a situation arises in the day that I have to engage with her, the first response is resentment and anger. I still feel it. So, how do I work with this? I keep reminding. I found a very nice app called Plum Village app. In that, there is a mindfulness bell. So, I just switch it on for 5 minutes, and then every minute it rings. And after 5 minutes, I get up and I can handle whatever that happens. That is how I'm finding ways to deal with this present condition that I'm going through. Even that is a negative pattern for me. I should be kind to everybody, but I'm not. I don't want to engage. All my old patterns I'm coming back. Why I'm sharing openly is we all carry this relationship issues. We all carry this anger, resentment, certain judgments about our family members, about our children, and they're not all good. And it is also not all good to be totally surrendered to the ways of the children or the ways of the family members. The way that we handle life, at least from now onwards, what I'm inviting you to do is deal with each moment differently. Stop and think, is this the good way to deal with this thing? Or can I do it differently? That really helps in the long run. It needs to be trained. Just because you have made a decision to change doesn't mean you will do it every time. Like me, I'll get caught in this messed up feelings within myself. So please try this and we can continue this over the next few days too. Okay?
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Auntie.
Thank